Hey everyone, it's Natalie, and in today's video we're going to be making a juice together. Due to the coronavirus and all this crazy stuff that's going on right now, me living in New York, it's the most craziest here in the United States. So I definitely have to give you guys this recipe and give you guys the goods to keep our immune systems up and we could all be healthy and happy. So for this recipe, I really tried making it as household friendly as possible, and I tried making the ingredients pretty simple and overall easy and accessible for everyone to have, while also definitely keeping your immune system good. Obviously, if you don't have everything on this list, give or take some things, you guys could add even some more superfoods if you guys have at home. Like I just said, I tried keeping this as simple as possible so everyone could have a chance to, recreate this juice at home. I actually have a juicer, but I'm not going to be using that today just because that's way too much work to clean up. So it is going to have pulp and fiber in it, which is perfectly fine, but just to let you guys know, I'm just going to blend it up in a blender. For today's ingredients, these are just like the raw, uncut vegetables. I still have yet to wash them and cut them up. These are just all measured by my eye, and however much you want to make. If you want to make some for the whole family, then obviously double up on everything, or maybe you triple up. Finally, for the recipe, we have 1 apple, we have 3 stalks of celery, like I said, you could give or take, we have 2 carrots, we have 1 lime, and a thumb of ginger. Also, I really want to add in a thumb of turmeric root, but I do not have the root, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of the powder, but I don't know how effective this is gonna be. But if you have the root, I definitely advise for that, and same for the ginger. I actually have the root, so I was blessed with that today, but definitely have the root for both ginger and turmeric. We have a little bit of cayenne pepper. This is just for me. I heard that it's really good. It adds a kick. I like the kick that it adds to it. So if you have cayenne pepper, definitely add this. And last but not least, like I said, I just wanted to keep this recipe as simple as possible. I have organic camel powder. You guys are probably thinking like, what's camel powder? I didn't even know until a little bit ago. Camel is actually a fruit, and it contains one of the most highest percentage of vitamin C in the world, naturally of course. But yeah, it's actually a fruit, and this is it in powder form. You would think that this is expensive. I got this for like $5 something online, and this comes with, this is the 3.53 ounces. So I think this is a decent amount considering how I've never really heard of it before, but yes, it has so much vitamin C. It actually has 217% of the daily value for each serving, and the serving size is 1/4 of a teaspoon. So it's super tiny. I like adding it a little more. Definitely don't want to overdo it, but I do like adding a little bit more. So this is going to be really great to help with our immune systems, and that's it. So right now I'm just going to wash everything, and I'm going to cut it all, and then we can get to blending. So now that we have the celery washed, now we're just gonna peel these carrots, and then after we're gonna give them a quick wash. Now that they're peeled, now we're just gonna give them a quick rinse. And then these, we're just gonna put all the washed over here. And now we're just gonna wash this apple, and then just take off the stem, and we are also going to cut it just to make it easier for when we put it in the blender. And make sure to also take out the seeds and set that aside. We are not going to want that in our drink. And then take your sliced apples and put them here. And now we're going to take this ginger and peel that as well. Make sure to get rid of all the skin and just leave the actual root itself. And then the little hard parts that are just there, you could honestly just peel them off with your finger. That's what I like to do because this is a little hard to peel. You're just going to rinse that off as well. And then just put that here. Now we're just going to take our last little lime, and we're going to wash that, just because whenever you cut a fruit, or anything. You don't want anything outside, whether it be dirty, pesticides, whatever it is. You don't want that to get inside when you cut it. And we are going to cut this in half. And pro tip that I actually forgot to do myself was, before you cut a lime or a lemon, don't forget to squeeze it and roll it around before you cut it, so that once it's already cut, it'll be much more easier to squeeze and the juices will get out a whole lot easier. Little pro tip. First, we are going to start off by adding in the apples to the blender. Alright, so we're actually going to add in a little bit of water. Now we're actually going to just blend that, because like I said, I don't know how good my blender is. And then after that, we can add in the rest of the ingredients as we go. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Now we're just gonna add in the carrots. Now we're going to add in the celery. So far, everything looks like it's blending in pretty well, so I'm really happy about that. Now we're going to add in the ginger root, and I think we're also going to add in a little bit of turmeric. Like I said, I'm not too happy about adding in the powder. Honestly, if you have the root, definitely add that, but I just kind of added this to my eye, so whatever you guys think is a good amount. Like I said, if you have the root, add in the same amount that you added in of the ginger. I'm just gonna squeeze in as much juice as I can from this whole lime, and this is actually a pretty good lime because it's giving me a lot of juice right now, so that is a great thing. Because this was actually giving me a lot of juice and a lot of pulp, I'm only going to add in half, which is fine. You know, if you have a whole lime that isn't giving you as much juice, then of course add the whole lime, but because mine is just very much easy to juice, then this half should be fine. Now for camu powder, we are actually going to measure this a little bit. Not even really measure, but definitely put it in a spoon, because it's powder, it might be a little hard to actually pour, but I think this should be a good amount. So we're just going to add that right in. And maybe even just a little bit more. That should be good. Now we are just going to blend that up. And last but not least, we are going to add in our cayenne pepper. And because this just has the little holes, we could just sprinkle some in at the top. And this is very strong and potent, so we're just going to add that much, honestly. Just a little bit. And as you can see, I made sure to blend that very well, just because you don't want a chunky juice. You know, you want it as smooth as possible. Also, knowing that we have the pulp and everything, you want it as smooth as possible. So make sure that you blend it thoroughly. Now we are ready to serve this. So this is my oldest brother, Santiago. He was the one who was helping me film most of this. So I just want to bring him out, say thank you to you. Yeah. And I just think that it's only right for both of us to try this together. So here we have the smoothie. And we have 1 cup. I'm actually gonna get another one, but let's just pour this up. Looks very chunky, but I know it's just a pulp. All right, and then for a second cup, and I'll just give you a little bit of mine to make it even. That looks even enough. All right, here you go. Cheers.
Make you laugh in the video. Natural smiles.
I like it.
Definitely good. The pulp isn't really too bad. It just tastes, it's just thick. That's what it is. It's on the thicker side for sure.
Yeah, I like it.
But it's good. The ginger is definitely strong, what you want. The lime, you could kind of taste it.
You can definitely taste the lime, and the cayenne pepper too. It has like a little you know, kick.
And you saw how little I put. That's why I said be very gentle when you add that in, because a little goes a long way with it. It's very, very strong.
I feel like you can taste everything that went in it, like, well, you know.
Yeah, all the flavors definitely go well together. And the turmeric, I feel like you could also taste it a little bit too, but it's not overpowering at all.
Yeah, you could taste every ingredient.
But I know that this is definitely going to be great for us, especially with everything going on right now. And I hope you guys can make this too. Let me know how you like it. If you have a juicer, definitely recommend doing that if you don't like pulp. If you don't mind pulp, then this is perfectly fine. Just keep in mind that it's a little bit thick. Maybe if you want it to be a little bit more runny, add more water and you could serve it out for your whole family. But I'm really glad I got to make this for you guys, and I really hope that you guys can make it with me. So with that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.